When you're setting up a video conference space, the biggest fear isn't the technology itself, it's spending a lot of money on something that feels impressive on paper, but ends up being a constant source of frustration. I get that hesitation. You've probably watched a few slick demo reels, seen the glossy marketing images, and wondered whether the system will actually deliver clear conversation without endless tweaking. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Logitech Rally Plus is positioned as an all-in-one solution for meeting rooms that need a step up from a simple webcam. It bundles a main camera, a pair of speakerphones, and a pair of expandable mic pods. In practice, that means you're buying a single, coordinated ecosystem rather than trying to piece together a camera, a soundbar, and separate mics that may or may not play well together. For anyone who has tried to cobble a conference setup from disparate brands, that integration can feel like a real time saver. Let's talk about the daily reality of using this kit. The main camera sits on a motorized pole and promises 4K Ultra HD resolution with a 15 optical zoom. In a medium-sized boardroom, that zoom is most useful when you have a presenter moving between a screen and a whiteboard. I've seen it pull a speaker from the back of a 20-person room in a sharp focus without anyone having to manually adjust focus. The 60 frames per second frame rate keeps motion smooth, which is a subtle but noticeable difference when someone is gesturing or walking across the room. The downside is that the motorized pole takes a minute or two to fully extend and retract, so you can't just toss it on a table for a quick huddle. If you need something you can pick up and move from desk to desk in seconds, this isn't it. Audio is where the Rally Plus tries to differentiate itself. The speakerphones deliver a decent volume for a room of up to about 15 people, and the two mic pods are placed on the table to capture voices from all angles. The -27 dB noise cancellation claim translates into a fairly quiet pickup of background chatter, which is helpful when your office has a constant hum of HVAC or people walking by. In real use, the mic pods do a solid job of picking up everyone without needing to shout, but they're still directional enough that someone speaking too close to a wall can sound a little muffled. It's not a perfect solution for very large, echo-prone spaces, but for a typical conference room, it's more than adequate. One of the hidden trade-offs comes from the software side. Logitech's Rally app is the control hub for camera presets, zoom levels, and audio adjustments. The interface is clean, but it does require a Windows or macOS computer to run, and the app isn't available as a native iPad or Android tablet controller. If your organization runs meetings primarily from a laptop, that's fine. If you rely on a dedicated conference room tablet, you'll need to keep a laptop handy. That extra piece of hardware can feel like an unnecessary step for teams that want a pure plug-and-play experience. Now, who should actually consider buying this system? If you run a small to medium business that holds regular internal meetings, client presentations, or occasional webinars from a dedicated room, the Rally Plus offers a level of polish that can make those interactions feel more professional. The 4K camera is particularly valuable when you need to share detailed slides or product demos. Viewers can read text without zooming in on a grainy feed. Companies that already use Logitech's ecosystem, like the Meet hardware line, will also appreciate the seamless integration with existing accounts and the ability to manage multiple rooms from a single admin console. On the flip side, if your meetings are mostly unknown calls or you work from a flexible, hot desking environment, the Rally Plus is overkill. The physical footprint of the camera pole, the need for a dedicated computer, and the price point make it less attractive for freelancers or small startups that only need a simple webcam. Likewise, if you regularly host gatherings of 30+ people in a large hall, you'll find the audio coverage and zoom range start to strain. You'd be better off looking at a dedicated PTZ camera with longer zoom and a separate, higher-powered sound system. Value for money is the final piece of the puzzle. The headline specs, 4K, 15 zoom, 60 FPS, sound impressive, but the real benefit you pay for is the integrated experience. You avoid the hidden costs of mismatched devices, you get a single warranty, and you have a unified software layer to control everything. In the rooms I've seen, that translates to fewer tech support tickets and smoother meetings, which is a tangible productivity gain. If you compare it to buying a high-end webcam, a separate conference speaker, and a pair of tabletop mics, the total price ends up comparable, but the hassle of wiring, calibrating, and maintaining 3 separate pieces drops dramatically. To sum up, The Logitech Rally Plus is a solid, well-engineered package that shines in stable, purpose-built meeting rooms where you can dedicate a bit of space and a laptop to.